Hey, good morning, guys. You know, just got back from a really long trip, about 3 weeks out on this one. We saw a lot of stuff. We started at Susie's mom and dad's and then took off through Arkansas, played a couple really good gigs down there. And then, hey, look at that. I'm editing right now. I thought I was going to go live at 8. And at some point I realized I'm not going to make it. So I tried to go live at 9 and then again, didn't make it. Well, playing the preview back there, I've got like probably, I would say 8 hours of drone footage to go through. I had some fun flying the gates of Lodore out in Colorado. Holy cow. They're kind of up near the Utah border, near the Flaming Gorge on the Green River. Oh my God. Pretty cool. Hey, you. I hear Colt in the background. It is a happy Tuesday. Labor Day was yesterday. Worked in the yard. Had a fire. Jarek stopped by. Oh, stand up and put your feet on the ground. Stand up, put your feet on the ground. Lift them up, move them around. Lift them up and move them around. Left to right, up and down. Left to right, up and down. Here's your chance, we can dance, we can become one with the sound. That's right. The air. Repeat after me. Stand up and put your feet on the ground. Stand up and put your feet on the ground. Lift them up and move them around. Lift them up and move them around. Left to right, up and down. Left to right, up and down. Here's your chance, we can dance. We can become one with the sound. The storm rolls in every time I fill my cup. Pressing down on me, holding me down from coming up. It feels like time stands still, days are long and rough. Get up and fight, yeah. Get up and fight when you had enough. Ooh. Stand up and put your feet on the ground. Stand up and put your feet on the ground. Lift them up and move them around. Lift them up and move them around. Left to right, up and down. Left to right, up and down. Here's your chance, we can dance. We can become one with the sound. That's right. You know, that song, it's about that use it or lose it, you know? Get up and dance. While you can, do it. Just get up and do it. You know, a lot of people wait for retirement to do anything. They wait, well, when I retire, I'm gonna... Well, guess what? When you retire, who knows what's gonna happen? You may just be a little bit too sore and tired to do anything by then. So go do it now. When you can get to the top of the mountain, climb the top of the mountain. Because there's going to be a time in your life where it's just not going to feel good to try to get to the top of the mountain, you know? And that's figuratively speaking. But it's also the truth. I was just out in Colorado, you know? At some point on day 3, your muscles start, you know, the atrophy goes away. Some of the things... Ooh, somebody didn't have their key. You hear that beeping out there? I love when the car alarms go off and it's like the Airbnb back there. Basically, somebody's tried to load the car and they didn't unlock it. Nonetheless, you know, at some point on like day 4 or so, day 3, once you're into the altitude, your muscles start reacting a little different to not having the same amount of oxygen. Basically, you know, you basically, it's why there's a base camp at the bottom of, you know, the great big tall hikes, you know. But after that, you start getting used, and if you don't get up and do it now, you know, you're never going to get up and do it. So just do it. Go do it. Make yourself happy. You know, don't tell me about the things you missed. Go do the things you want to do. You know, this video here, I've got a 909. I've got, like I said, just hours and hours of footage here. But some of this stuff, like the petroglyphs and the pictographs and stuff, you know, we found some stuff out there that I'd like to share. I'm going to make a video. It's going to be probably a 15-minute video by the time I get done. I was going to try to stick a 3-week trip into a 5-minute song, you know. Probably not going to happen. But I stayed up till about 3:30 last night editing, looking at some of the footage, you know, the goofy things that really catch your eye. And you know, no pictures really capture the moment that you have in real life. So it's like, you know, you can sit there and watch it on YouTube, Facebook, whatever you're watching right now. It's not the same. So go do it. Go do it. And the reason why I do these things, here's the main reason. And people probably disagree with me. That's fine. Part of the reason why I go out and do the BLM lands and these even national forests, national parks, the camping, it's not necessarily to brag and say, hey, look what I get to do. It's more or less saying, hey, look what we have here. Because I do believe that if you actually went out and looked at these places, you would understand how important they are to the environment, to basically our history, to know these things. You know, when you start wiping this stuff away and making your public lands, you know, sellable and drillable and all the things, that goes away. You lose the heritage. You lose a bit of who we were, you know, who we are, and who the people were before us. That's the big thing, you know, awareness. I feel like a lot of people that are signing the documents to give away our free lands and stuff, public lands, have never seen them. If they went to see them and they actually, you know, saw the Green River as it cuts through the mountains at the gates of Lodore, if they actually saw that, they wouldn't try to give it away. I mean, that's just the way it is. Anyways, let me get off this talking stone. What do they call it? The talking box? Talking stick? There's all these. Good morning, guys. I don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. I ain't got time to mess with all that. That's what this is about. Hey, Nikki. Walter. Earth is round, space is flat. Too much thought been put into that. Extra time is never the case. You gotta slow it down. Don't let it waste. Don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. I ain't got time to mess with all that. them all will never stay. Sounds of motion, keep your feet on the ground. Get off your ass, don't let them knock you down. Don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. I ain't got time to mess with all that. Because I'm not living a dream. I'm mixed up with the fantasy of busting out the seams. I'm not living a dream. No, I'm not living a dream. It's never you, it's always him. It's not your call to decide who wins. People laugh and people cry. They're not trying to force your dreams to die. Don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. I ain't got time to mess with all that. Because I'm not living a dream. Mixed up with the fantasy of busting out the seams. I'm not living a dream. No, I'm not living a dream. Can't find your place from a hole in the ground. Well, get off your back, your hole is down. It's not the place, it's to get in there. We all eat shit and we breathe the air. Don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. I ain't got time to mess with all that. Because I'm not living a dream. Mixed up with the fantasy of busting out the seams. I'm not living a dream. I'm not living a dream. No, I'm not living a dream. It is a dream, you know. But don't talk about the things you missed. Let me hear about the things you saw. You know. Don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. I ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. I ain't got time to mess with all that. That's right. You know, get out there and do something. See something. Good morning, guys. Sorry I went late. Sometimes I look them in the eye, ask myself and wonder why the only actor on the stage. But the credits, yeah, they run for days. Like a rainbow in the sky. If it's rain on a sunny day, always ask why. Energy and power, it's not the same in the eyes of the shame. Power hungry, they say, take my hand. Follow me to your new promised land. Like a rainbow in the sky. If it's rain on a sunny day, always ask why. You say one thing and you do another. Like a rainbow in the sky. If it's rain on a sunny day, always ask why. This song, you know, I wrote this song after visiting a Pueblo dwelling down in, I think it was in New Mexico. And they had been there for, 1,000 years, pushed out, then there was an oil rig sitting over to the side, you know. And so I just wrote the song. I don't know. Let me get this straight. They're building walls to keep them out, or to keep us in to face the drought. Trenches are filled, so let's go to space. That's why they call it the human race. Like a rainbow in the sky, it means rain on a sunny day. Always ask why. Say one thing and you do another. Like a rainbow in the sky, it means rain on a sunny day. Always ask why. That's right. Love you guys. Get outside, do something. You know, this is going to be about the last day before it rains, right? I came back to dry everything. You know, when we left, the garden was blooming. I had tomatoes. We had enough peppers and jalapenos out of the garden to last for most of the trip. I didn't have to buy any green peppers till I got to, you know, I think 3 weeks in. And you know, the tomatoes were great. I even took green tomatoes to have fried green tomatoes. And, you know, we had the refrigerator in the van on this trip, so I had a lot of food with us out of the garden. And I came back and, you know, it just hadn't rained. There was no rain at all, it looked like. I went out there and watered it. Some of them came back, you know. At least life has came back. I don't know if they'll fruit again, but... You know, I talk to them every morning, and I'm like, little guys, I'm sorry about this. I really thought it was going to be rainy. When I left, it was raining. You know. Love y'all. Have a good time. Do something cool. I'm going to get this video out. I'm going to try to get it done today. I'll post it. I'm going to, you know, my YouTube channel is kind of... There's not a lot of traffic on the YouTube channel. I was talking to Goldie out at the Beehive. When we were in Fort Collins, we did live at the Beehive. And Goldie's like, you know, I've been doing this for a while, and he's up to 45,000 or so followers, and he's picking up steam. You know, once you get to a certain thing, then other people are watching. Like I'm new to his channel. There's a lot of new people that are coming on every week, and I realize it's about just keeping on doing it, You know, I do it mainly because I like people to come to my gigs, and I write these goofy songs, and the best way to get them out there to be heard is to play them for people, you know, and AI can't do this. AI can do a lot of things right now because it's got examples of us doing a lot of things, but what it can't do is me going live. You know, so same for you. Do it. Be live. Be in present. Be in the moment. Do something. And say thank you every now and then. That goes a long ways. Love you guys. Have a good day. I'm going to get this video done. I was up to about 3:30 last night, you know, smoking Colorado weed and enjoying myself. And now I realize I'm not going to make the 8 o'clock going live thing on Tuesday, so I tried to do it at 9, and I still missed it by a couple minutes. Get to the top of the mountain while you can. I've got some big shows coming up. I can't remember off the top of my head what they are right now. This week, I think I know I've got a Saturday, but work on the video. That's what I'm doing this week. Love you guys. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good week. Have a good month. Have a good year, and have a great life.